One of the most, well, infrequent, frequent comments, I guess you could call it, is why am I talking about, alternative medicine the way I am? And we had a comment for this morning from someone. Oh no, actually no, I was reading, that's a different video I was thinking of. Start again. Yeah, one of the comments I was reading through was about, don't you think it's people's, right to choose? And I'd agree, it is people's right to choose. But I prefer they make that choice with the full knowledge of what the potential dangers and risks are going down that, that alternative treatment route. Because these people will not tell you what the dangers. They will not tell you what their, well, they'll tell you what their success rate is. They'll say, again, like the Gerson therapy has like a 100 to like 90% success rate, and then you've got the guys with the grounding that supposedly have a 95% success rate. And I'm like, are you actually deadly serious? Because if you've got such a high success rate, and I'm absolutely deadly serious, if you have such a high success rate, as most of these alternative cures claim to do, then it should be 100% easy to prove in laboratory conditions under the scientific method that their therapy works beyond a shadow of a doubt. And guess what? Once they've proved that, they're no longer alternative medicine. They become just medicine. That is the truth of essentially what would happen. And yet, no, people come up with all these insane, stupid conspiracy theories like, oh, they're just doing it because, the companies would lose out on money. No, they wouldn't. Companies and things like that are constantly doing research, looking out forward into like new drugs, new methods, new treatment. And yet, let's say grounding or the Gerson therapy worked. These companies would then start, looking into ways to how they could, use treatments and other things to help with the Gerson therapy. They'd still be making money just off the Gerson therapy. They wouldn't just disappear overnight as some people seem to just think that they would do. And this is, again, the problem. You look at all these people that push this woo-woo, they don't have any evidence to back them up. They have, random testimonials from people who got lucky that they survived, or they didn't even have the disease in the first place. And, Gerson therapy, most people that were on the Gerson therapy, or that have been cured, can't even prove that they actually had cancer to start with in the first place. And a lot of them had conventional medical treatment before they even started the Gerson therapy. And then all of a sudden it's the Gerson therapy that cured them, not the conventional treatment. One of the biggest ones I've been seeing recently is to do with diabetes. Now, let's get this straight. Once you have diabetes, that's it. You have it for life. You can't get rid of it. You can control it through diet, but you can't get rid of it. And this is one of the, again, scary things that I've been seeing from people on the comments, that, in fact, the Gerson therapy video in particular, there's been at least 2 or 3 people that have said, oh, Gerson therapy cured my diabetes. And I'm like, no, it didn't. And I'm gonna get that comment now in the comments below. I can guarantee it. Sooner or later, someone will make that claim that Gerson therapy cured their diabetes, and I'm sorry, no, you didn't. Once you have it, you can't get rid of it, unless you're a pregnant woman, and I can't remember what type of diabetes it is, but you have it during pregnancy, and then once you're given birth, that's it. You get rid of it. So unless you're a pregnant woman with that type of diabetes, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Oh, I think it's type 2 something. Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, that's caused by an imbalance because you're pregnant. And yet, these people claim that it's cured, and it's not. They still have it. And then you look at, again, all these treatments and all these things. You look at, again, the Gerson therapy. When people have been followed up on the Gerson therapy, their results are absolutely awful. There was a study, I can't remember what it is now, but it's on, if you look it on the Skeptic Dictionary, it's on there. And they followed up, and all the patients that they had, that they'd followed up on, only one was still alive, and they weren't cancer free either. And yet these, and then you've got, pushers of, woo that, take this, medication and this one, and I'm going to do a video soon on the ridiculousness of homeopathy and one of their things about dilution, because that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous, and we'll get to that. But that's the reason why I do these videos talking about, the dangers of alternative therapies and the people that push them, because they won't tell you the truth. They won't, if you went to a doctor and said, I've got this, what are my options, what can I have? And, they will tell you all about the treatment and all the risks and the dangers involved with it. These people won't. They'll just go, take this, it'll make you better. And that's it. And yet the con is, and this is, the con is natural is best. And then, they con people into it. And mostly it's people that fall for the, the medical, the drug industry conspiracy theories, and, unfortunately the best way to say it is, hippies, which is where it all came from. Again, as part of a research project I've been doing, for doing a potential documentary on sort of dangers of alternative therapy, I've been looking into where all this came from, and it all dates back to sort of the 60s. And it's interesting, but we'll get to a video on that later. But yeah, ask it this way: if you go to one of these naturopathic doctors, or whatever they call themselves, the NDs, which is a phony degree, by the way, it's not real. And then they'll go around calling themselves doctors. Go see an actual doctor and see what they say compared to them. And they'll tell you all about what they've just given you. Free of charge. Well, in the UK you can. But they will tell you. And, get your facts in order. Don't just trust what these people are selling you. Because, again, if you want to do the Gerson therapy, after you've looked into it, doing all the risks and whatever, have at it. But know full well that, you do it on your own head. and your own volition with all the facts and knowledge and dangers that path will bring you. I'd rather someone go down that road than just saying, oh, it's natural, it works, and then they believe all the hype about the Gerson therapy on, you know, whatever diet ever. Unfortunately, I'd rather people do that, and hopefully, what I'm hoping is that when people actually learn the facts, is that they don't do it. But unfortunately, there will be people that will still do it. And again, I can't stop them, because it's up to them, it's their choice. But at the end of the day, I'd rather them have the facts than the lies that these people peddle.